What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Ecom Profit Masterclass. I am your host, Miguel Juan. I got my co-host over there, working hard. Enjoy this video.
What's up, you guys? Laz here, and in this video we're going to be talking about hiring and managing VAs. Now, the reason for this video is because we posted a video last week about the benefits of having VAs and the beauty of full automation, like what we've been able to accomplish with our stores and how our VAs manage the store on its entirety. All we do is run the ads because that's what we enjoy doing. That's what we find to be the big picture goals. So we were able to outsource everything else to VAs, and we got a lot of positive feedback on that video. So this video is happening now, and this video, the goal of this one is to teach you how to hire, so the hiring process behind getting VAs and how to manage VAs, because all these things are super important, and this is what we're going to be talking about in this video. So guys, without any further ado, please help me welcome our sponsor for this video. You guys know him, the like button. Please smash the like button, make it turn blue. I'm begging you. I'm begging you, please make it turn blue. So guys, the essence of this video and why we're making this video is because we want to remember the importance of having a team. Unfortunately, you can't do everything by yourself. If you're a one-man show, it's gonna be really hard to scale any business. So what we're trying to talk about in this is really just being able to outsource repetitive, mundane tasks, giving you some clarity, some headspace so that you can focus on what matters most in your business, and which is growing the business to higher levels, right? I mean, sure, you can try to do everything on your own, and you know, for a while it might be able to do it. You could answer customer emails, you can handle order fulfillment, you can even do your own product research, but it's gonna get to a point where you're gonna want to outsource some of these things, and you're gonna want someone to help you out so that you can focus on the bigger picture. And that's where VAs, hiring VAs, managing VAs, that's where this whole process comes in. And I'm super excited because, guys, when we first started getting VAs, started hiring them, started managing them, this changed our entire business. Okay, guys, it gave us so much more free time that we were able to use it and be able to focus on bigger picture goals. And definitely, you know, we did grow our business as a result of it. Now, what if I told you that having a team, building this team, was as easy as clicking a few buttons? Would you be interested in getting a team? Well, it's actually really simple, and that's exactly the case. All you have to do is find a website which I'm going to tell you about, click a few buttons, set up a job listing, and go from there. So the breakdown of the hiring process is actually really easy, and I'm going to talk about the different options that you have, just because I want to be, you know, complete with the whole idea, and then I want to tell you what my recommendation for you is and how you should go about it. But let's just cover all the bases before you know, I jump into what it is that we do and how we get our VAs. So guys, the hiring process is very simple. For a virtual assistant, there's mainly two ways to hire them. You're either going through a freelance marketplace or you're going through a virtual assistant agency. Now, a freelance marketplace, maybe you're aware, maybe you've heard of them before, maybe you haven't. It's something like Upwork, Fiverr, onlinejobs.ph. Those types of those are freelance marketplaces. Now, there's also a thing called virtual assistant agencies, which is, you know, someone who started a business or an agency of having VAs that you can rent out or that they will recommend you. That's another option. And some examples of those are Woodbows, Prialto, Worldwide 101, and VA Sumo. These are just some of the ones that are the more popular ones out there. But guys, to be 100% transparent with you guys and tell you guys how we do it, we use Upwork.com. So we'll probably show a little clip here of how it is, how the website looks and all that. But basically, it's really simple. There's so many freelancers on there and so many different types of jobs that you can post. It's really good. And honestly, I don't think that you have to go to a bunch of different websites, a bunch of different freelance marketplaces to find people. I think Upwork.com does a great job of this. And honestly, the process is pretty straightforward, but we're gonna go just step by step so you guys kind of know like what to expect, right? So step number one is uploading a job listing. So whatever job it is that you're looking for, whatever you need help with, this is what you're going to upload on your job listing. So you're going to make a post as if you were an employer asking for help, or posting a job with the job requirements, kind of a specifications, kind of like what you need help with, right? So freelancers will then have the ability to apply to your job, and when they apply, they'll send you like their resume, they'll send you kind of, you know, what they've done, they'll with a little like cover letter style message. You'll be able to see their ratings, you'll be able to see how they've been reviewed, because once they work for someone, they can review them and tell them kind of how they thought that the job went, how they performed, and all that stuff. So it really helps you out when picking a candidate, right? So you can also choose if you want to only have it for a specific part of the world. Maybe you only want to target US freelancers, or maybe you want to target worldwide. Obviously, worldwide is a lot cheaper, so keep that in mind. I mean, if it's something that you really need someone to know English really well, and if you want somebody that's in the US, then, you know, that's that. You can pick the US, but otherwise, for us at least, we're targeting worldwide. It's, you know, really opens up the market a lot and gives us a lot of flexibility with who we want to hire. Now, step number 2 is the interview process and kind of questions to ask, right? So one of the main questions that I ask, because I am going to be communicating with this VA at the end of the day, is, are you fluent in English, right? Are you fluent in English or Spanish? Because I know Spanish, but main question is, are you fluent in English? Do you know how to talk? Can we communicate well? Because you're gonna be doing a job for me. I want to make sure that we understand each other, and, you know, we can move from there. A few other things that you want to ask about is, you know, the job experience. Maybe if you're hiring someone for customer support emails, give them a scenario, right? Send them one of your customer support emails and tell them, how would you respond to this? And then kind of just get a gauge for how comfortable they would be doing the job. Now, then again, you can also see their record and what jobs they've done in the past. So if you're hiring someone for customer support, you can see if they've done customer support in the past, and then use that obviously to judge them and pick, you know, the better, more qualified people for the job. And that kind of leads me to the point number 3, which is choosing qualified candidates. So Upwork does a really good job of this, because it tells you how much work experience they have. It lists out all the jobs that they've done while on Upwork, and it tells you the success rating. So you can definitely choose who and which person you want to pick based on their work experience and success rating. Somebody who's worked 100+ hours is definitely, you know, more qualified for a job than someone who has only worked like 5 hours. So this is something that Upwork gives you, so that it makes the hiring process really, really extremely easy. So, I mean, once you have all those things figured out and you go through the interview process and you choose a qualified candidate based on their work experience, success rating, you talk to them, you get all that stuff, then it's time to hire, right? So then you just click a button, they get hired, and bada bing, bada boom, we're done with that. So now, great, right? You've hired your VA, but how do you manage them, right? What's the next step in this thing? And managing VAs is kind of a tricky situation for a lot of people. If you've never hired someone overseas, or if you've never dealt with someone not physically there to help you personally, it's a little bit different, right? So there's 3 main things that, you know, you have to focus on when you're managing a virtual assistant, because obviously they're not like a regular assistant, they're virtual. So the main 3 things are communication, tasks, and monitoring. So you want to be able to monitor them. And the last thing is time tracking, keeping track of how much time they're working, because a lot of the times we're paying based on an hourly rate. So we want to make sure that they're, you know, working and not just slacking off. So just going in that order, from communication. As far as communication goes, there's a bunch of different ways that you can have communication with your VAs. I know Upwork itself allows you to communicate through like their portal system or like their website. You can communicate with them through there. Personally, I much rather have them on something like Skype or Slack or something like that, where I can have an app on my phone and just chat with them. That's just personally. But if you're starting off with Upwork, I mean, it's a good place to start. And after a while, you want to get them on Skype or something like that. So that's how we're communicating with our VAs. We communicate with them through Skype. As far as tasks and monitoring go, really try to find something that you can keep track of what they've been working on. Something that I love, and the only thing that we use is Trello. Trello is basically like a project management tool, software, website, whatever you want to call it, that people can go on, and you can set up like teams, and you can set up like tasks for different people. Kind of like think about like a to-do list, but everyone can kind of see what everyone's working on, and you can mark things as done or in progress, or just keeping track of everything so that they know what they have to work on, what they're doing as well, and kind of just keeps everything organized. Which if you hire 1 and then 2 and then 3 VAs, it can get kind of crazy. So you just want to make sure that everything stays organized, and this is a great way through Trello to do this. And the last thing to manage a VA is time tracking, and there's a couple ways to do this. There's a few websites that allow you to do this. The one that we use is called Time Clock Wizard. Basically, it allows people to clock in, clock out, and while they're clocked in, it tells them, it asks them like, what tasks have you been working on, so that, we can get, as employers, we can get an outline of, what type of work is being done. There's also some measures that if the computer goes idle or anything like that, it will ask them, are you still working? Should I clock you out? Like, are you taking a break? Whatever, so that you really know what your VA is doing throughout the day and not just wasting time. So guys, this part of the video, I didn't know if I was gonna add this to the video, but I thought it was super important that I did, because I've heard some horror stories, right? And horror stories are scary, okay? And I don't want you to be part of a horror story, and I don't want you to have a scary situation that you pay a VA and then you don't know what's getting done and what's not getting done, and it's crazy. All right, so before you do anything else, right, you know how to hire a VA, you know how to manage them, but what about the payment? What do you have to do as far as paying your VAs and all of that stuff? So first things first, right? The amount of money that you're going to be paying your VA is going to be dependent on a few different things. It's going to be dependent on the type of work that they're doing, because somebody who's doing customer support probably isn't going to be getting paid the same thing as like somebody who's editing videos, or somebody who's like doing data analysis, or someone who's like coding websites and stuff like that. All different jobs have different price points, right? So it's going to be based on type of work. It's going to be based on the experience level, and then the last thing is nationality and like where this VA is situated, because a lot of times people in the US, VAs in the US, are going to be a lot more expensive than people overseas in other countries. So keep that in mind as far as payment amounts and how much you're going to have to pay these VAs. Next, all right, and this is super important. If you don't watch anything else from this video, this right here is going to save you a lot, okay? And it's always pay for the job after the job is done. Never pay for a job before it's done, okay? Guys, this should, I was gonna say this should go without saying, but I mean, things are weird online, right? Like, you buy stuff online, they ship it to you, who knows, maybe you think the same thing applies to VAs. Guys, never pay for something until the job is done. And the reason for that is, a lot of times, and a lot of these horror stories that I've heard, is that people will pay for the job and then the VA disappears. They hear nothing. The VA says, "Oh, thank you so much. Pay me $100. I'll build this website for you." And then you pay them $100 and poof, disappeared. No more VA. So guys, always pay after the job is done. And a few ways that you can pay that are the most common is PayPal, TransferWise, or Payoneer. Those are the 3 most common ways. So if the VA is telling you to pay them in like a weird form of payment, some other form, I don't know. If they don't have PayPal, TransferWise, or Payoneer, it's very sketchy, okay? So now that you know all that, now we're going to get to the exciting part, which is actually going and hiring the VAs, guys. So if you guys are going to go ahead and do this now, let me know in the comments below what type of VA you're looking for. What type are you like gonna try to hire first? If this is your first time, if you've already hired a few VAs, what are they doing for you? How are they helping you? Let me know in the comments down below. I know that the last video got a lot of engagement. I hope that this one gets a good amount of engagement as well. VAs, I know, is a popular topic and something that, if you guys can benefit from, I think it's of super high value and importance that you guys check this out. So guys, there's nothing else to say, right? So guys, make sure that you guys like, subscribe to this channel, and we're always putting content out like this. So if you guys want to learn it like about anything else, really just let us know in the comments, because we look at the comments and that's how we pick what we want to do, what we're going to record next. So if anything that you guys can think of that would be helpful, beneficial, let us know. And thank you guys so much for watching today. All success, all blessings sent your way, guys. Take care. Love you guys. Bye bye.
Oh my god.
Did I break something?
Bro, it's the second time you hit your head in the last 2 days.
Oh, dude, I hit the corner of this place.
Did you get that?
Oh, yeah. I might have broken a piece of my skull.